Hello and welcome to the Pro Wrestling Voice Podcast. I'm your host, John Lucas, alongside my co-host, Vinny Bernard.
Yep. What it do?
Yep. What it do? So, Kevin, how's it going, man?
It's going great, man. It's good to be back again.
I see you. You're going over there with your Jordan poster in the background.
You know me dunking on everybody, winning championships like Jordan. That's how we do.
Winning championships like Jordan. Anyway, follow us on Twitter at PWV_podcast for all your wrestling news, articles, opinions, and information. Check out ProWrestlingVoice.com. Check out our store at ProWrestlingTease.com/ProWrestlingVoice. Only $19.99. You guys go ahead and check those out. Follow us on iTunes by searching Pro Wrestling Voice Radio. We're also on the Spreaker app. Just search Pro Wrestling Voice Podcast. And YouTube, of course, youtube.com/ProWrestlingVoice. We are the generation of the group in the Attitude Era. This is our take on the business. So first things first, let's go ahead and talk about a few things. We have a few things in the line, down the line coming up for you guys. One, we're going to start doing top 10 lists. We're going to sit down and start talking amongst ourselves, our opinions, with some facts in there and stuff too, of the best superstars of all time, tag teams, factions, finishers, matches, pay-per-views, etc., etc. Any top 10 that you can conceivably think of, we might start diving into that. If you guys have suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Another topic we're going to do is, and this is going to be fun for us, it's what I call our Cena debate. As you know on this show, I'm very, very pro Cena, and everyone should know that by now. Cena's been my dude since 2002, legit. Kevin, on the other hand, is Mr. Cena's horrible, he's awful, the company likes to push him, and everything in the book. He's the anti-Cena, he's my foil, and it works. So, we're going to have probably a good hour-long debate on the pros and cons of John Cena, why he's good or bad for the business, and then anything else we can think of. Trust me, if you saw our group chat talks about Cena, that's a podcast in itself. Because
yes, it is.
Vanny just sits there and enjoys and just laughs his ass off. Because it's
hilarious. He just laughs hysterically. When me and John just go back and forth.
It's so funny because even today he said, "It begins!" And he sat back and I see him in the chat for like 20 minutes. I'm like, all right, fine. You can sit here and laugh at my dismay, but you know. But yeah, we have a lot of things coming up for you guys. Intro songs gonna be coming soon. Intro video, hopefully we can get going also. Really excited to work on that. Easy on Twitter, I think that's what it is. Liz Croninger, she's really talented. She helped us with the theme song. I know we've mentioned that before. Shout out to you. Thanks again for helping us out with that. Can't wait for you guys to hear it. You know, we love it, so we can't wait to unveil it finally. Mm-hmm. And these will, I don't know if these will necessarily be live, but we might, like I said, we'll sit down with these, really talk it out, really do it up, make it look real nice and official for you guys, make it something you'll be proud to show your friends and stuff. And oh hey, check out these guys, listen to their opinions. You know, when you're at whatever house or whatever you're doing, just put us on your PS4, hit that YouTube app, Pro Wrestling Voice Podcast, and just watch. That's what I do when I need to go back and check something, make sure the video, or the YouTube quality video is pretty good, or you know, along those lines for anything else that I would check out when I want to watch YouTube. I don't watch on a laptop unless I'm at work. I have it tabbed or something like that. But, yeah, so I had to get all that out there, you guys. But we can go ahead and start. Last night on Monday Night Raw, they announced Brock Lesnar's opponent for SummerSlam will be named this Thursday on SmackDown, which they're recording tonight. So we can go ahead and start talking who we believe is going to face Brock Lesnar. I have a few theories. I have a few thoughts. I think I thought it was going to be Bray Wyatt, only because they've kind of teased that and kind of ran away from it. And I think they can always go back to that well, but what the Wyatts are doing with New Day right now, I'm not necessarily sure if they'll continue that or even start that right now. But what do you guys think? Who do you think Brock might be fighting at SummerSlam this year?
I see the arms up over there for Randy.
Hey, nothing you can say.
Speaking of that, I'm glad you just mentioned this theme song because, I mean, I love voices, but I was working out today and Randy's old theme song came on.
Sweet.
Just something about his old theme song, man. I I love that song, man. I dig it, man.
It's
Hell
a
yeah,
good
dude.
song. Yeah, no, I remember I liked that song before Randy actually started using it.
Yeah, I mean, it fit his character perfectly,
Oh
and
my God, yes it did.
that's, I guess, the thing with voices now kind of fits what his character's been doing lately. But yeah, just like you, Vandy, I loved his original song
Oh yeah.
over the older song. But yeah, I mean, if it's not Randy Orton, I think that's what the rumors are going around right now. You know, kind of swirling. But I don't want to see Randy get beat because that's my dude. You
I
know.
know. That's the part that's like weighing in the back of my mind. I'm like, if Randy and Brock have a match, it'll be a dope ass match. But Randy's probably gonna lose. He needs the match more than Brock does right now, but he's Brock, man. He doesn't lose. So,
Yeah.
but what I will be excited to see is a sweet F5 into an RKO. That like that spot just has to happen.
That's
Just
got to happen
does.
one day.
That or like somehow he flips a German suplex into one. Something like that. Like, oh, he countered Suplex City into an RKO out of nowhere.
There's something amazing, something to take your breath away. That's something I want to see if that match does happen in the end.
Right. I think the last spot in a match that legit like took my breath away was probably the Seth and Randy RKO for their finishing match in Mania. Yeah, no, that was I was jumping out of my seat. Oh, spot. That was
Same
probably
here.
the last one to do it. Take my breath away moment. Shane coming back like earlier this year. That was, God, I didn't.
Epic.
Who saw that coming, man? That was so wild. That was,
Right.
I enjoyed every second of that. Anyway, are we all kind of okay with Randy like fighting Brock, or is there anyone we are thinking might fight out?
I mean, I'm okay with Randy fighting Brock because, you know, it's a high-profile match, and again, him just coming back is good enough for me. Just seeing him in action again. But I don't know if they go like a different direction. I'd like to see maybe Cesaro versus Brock Lesnar. Battle of, two powerhouses, two monsters out there. Swiss Superman, Beast Incarnate. You see who gets the job done.
So it's Superman.
I think that'd be a hell of a match.
It'd be a great match.
Yes, it will.
If they do the brand-specific pay-per-views or brand-exclusive pay-per-views, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that as like the main event of like No Mercy or something like that, or maybe like another one of the I don't want to say like real pay-per-views, but one of the I guess jointed pay-per-views. Maybe that's what I'll call it, because that's a match that needs to happen. I'm just not sure what venue. Like that seems like it would be a cool like Royal Rumble match, or like I said, a No Mercy match. Because in those pay-per-views, it's interesting still because it can either go somewhere, or they can just cut it and end it right there. It doesn't necessarily have to drag out or drag on. Whereas some programs, like you can't start a program at like Fastlane and expect it to not go somewhere. Like if you start something at Fastlane, that's running into WrestleMania. And I'm not saying that Brock versus Cesaro isn't WrestleMania quality. I think it is. It's just star power isn't there yet for Cesaro. And I like Cesaro, but it's Brock Lesnar. And look at who he fought this year at WrestleMania. He fought Dean Ambrose, who's the current champion. That's star power, So, and not to mention, he's probably, other than like Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose is probably like at this moment the one, like universal good like guy that everyone likes. So,
That he is.
That's my thinking. But yeah, so we can go ahead and dive on into Raw. First thing up, let's see. First up, Rusev. Oh, excuse me. Happy 4th of July, everyone. It was 4th of July weekend this weekend. Lillian Garcia sang the national anthem, as she is custom, I think, and she always does a pretty good job of it. So I have, mad props to her.
She killed it.
Rusev immediately comes out after she finishes, and the crowd's still applauding, and I guess they were going for ravenous boos, which she didn't get. Rusev comes out, and then Titus comes out in Uncle Sam gear, which is just fucking ugly, and I was like, what is he doing? Like, why? Like, you want to wear USA gear? Cool. Don't wear, like,
It was like corny looking gear,
no one takes you seriously when you're wearing all that. You're like a literal joke. You're like the bad poster boy. Like, Like you're copying a bad poster that no one really likes. Everyone makes fun of. Like it's anyway. Rusev wins by accolade. And then he locks it in again after the match. I was actually surprised Rusev like physically tapped. I was hoping they would let him pass out. It's America Day essentially.
America.
Like let the guy wearing the stars and stripes pass out as opposed to give up, or at least get his heat, or at least get some heat. Like get up. Okay, I passed out. Maybe offer a handshake, even though they just don't like each other. And then maybe stick him in the mouth, Like, I love when Rusev, shoot punches Rusev, because did I say Rusev? Shoot punches Rusev? I love when Titus shoot punches Rusev, because
You know what you meant.
he looks like he lays them in, and they be laying into each other, man. Their matches are physical. Like,
Yes, they are.
if someone hasn't seen their matches, this was probably their best match.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It makes me
And
wonder, though, if are they gonna do it at Battleground or not?
I'm sure they are. Just keep running with it. They face each other every week, so it's let's see. Next up, we had Charlotte and Dana cut a promo. Dana Brooke, man, he looks too nice. Too nice. I remember before they went to the commercial or something, I was like, good God, look at them tickle bitties. Like, oh my God, look at those things, man.
Yeah, she was looking right, no doubt.
She's always looking right, and I hear Chips is high on her. So, and rumor going around was they wanted to put Dana with someone, and they were gonna put her with All Red Everything, even Marie.
I saw that. I saw that garbage. I saw that hot garbage. That makes no sense.
They would both be getting booed out of the building.
Oh, yeah.
Right now,
That would have been career suicide.
That absolutely did not need to happen, and I'm thank God it's not happening. Anyway, so they start to cut Charlotte and Dana start to cut their promo. I'm the best. I've done everything. I have it around my waist. Classic Ric Flair promo, and I'm like not mad about it or anything. She's finally doing what she's supposed to. We always wanted her to do. Just do Ric Flair, but girl, like so. And then Sasha comes out, and I'm a boss. A boss does this. A boss does this. Face promo, yeah. So, and then runs them out of the ring. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's good to see Sasha consistently on TV.
You're right.
Finally.
Right.
Yeah. It's been too long.
Yep. Next up, or this match is we had a champion versus champion match, which they billed and they kept saying a rare champion versus champion match, even though we got the exact same match last week on SmackDown. No stakes or anything, and no stakes on this one either. Just Dean Ambrose versus The Miz, and I actually like both dudes, so I was like excited to see what they'll do on the real WWE TV, which is Raw apparently. So this SmackDown just doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't count.
It's so stupid. I'm like, and I get what people say, like Raw really is a Raw. SmackDown really is a Raw recap show. I'm not to say that Raw doesn't do like SmackDown recap, but it's nowhere near as much as it is for SmackDown. Like SmackDown, you could probably cut out a good 45 minutes of Raw out of every episode of SmackDown. And I hope on July 19th, when they do the brand extension draft, they really make it a point to, you're not going to see anything Raw on SmackDown. And, big news, that's whatever. Someone gets injured or something like that. That's okay. I'm fine with that. But it's not like, oh, hey, check out what happened on Raw. Person A lost to person B, or it's driving storyline. I'm like, I don't need to see that. Not SmackDown is SmackDown, Raw is Raw. Keep them separate unless someone needs to crossbreed, like a tag champion or they're the women's champion, or I don't know if they're gonna split the two belts or not yet. My thinking is they are, but we'll see. So next matchup is immediately after this match, Seth Rollins comes out. I thought he was going to beat Dean Ambrose's ass. Apparently not. Seth Rollins is getting ready for his match with Dolph Ziggler, #1 jobber in the world. And Ambrose hangs out on ringside and does commentary. Commentary is pretty good, too. It was pretty funny to see.
Anyone's better than JBL. Well, except for Kalisto, but almost anybody's better than JBL.
Kalisto is an absolute You know what? Anyway, I'm just not even gonna go there. Ambrose
Moving on.
sitting down with the Spanish commentators. I don't know if that new guy has always been there or whatever, but I was like, hey, look, people actually want to talk to the Spanish commentators.
Right.
Maybe it'll keep up. And he's speaking Spanish to them too. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, let's see what else he's got. Anyway, next matchup is Rollins versus Ziggler. Match is actually pretty good. And it's I don't want to say it's a shame that Ambrose was like on commentary talking, but I was just like, wow, this match is actually pretty good. Like, if he wasn't there, I'd probably be enjoying this a little bit more. But after the match, what's it called? Rollins really lays into Roman. Like,
Yes, he does.
Straight up, like, you don't understand. Like, he's like just literally like I don't know if he's talking directly to Vince or the fans or whoever, but he looks Dean right in the eye and just like, no, you don't get it. Excuse me, Seth Rollins swag here. You know.
Oh, true. Show it off.
Hey.
That title on your shoulder is my life, and I was just like, yo, he's telling the dead ass truth. When you're a fan like us, it's all you've ever wanted is the WWE Championship. Kevin, hold it high and proud right now. I hate you that you have my title, but you know what I mean.
Your title. What do you mean? This is my title.
This is my title. You don't understand. Anyway.
What position does it look best? I mean, I don't know. You know, left shoulder,
Yeah, enjoy it now. In a couple of weeks, it's coming to me.
You don't own it.
right shoulder.
It only looks bad. Anyway, just Seth Rollins really laying in. Roman doesn't deserve to be in the main event of the next pay-per-view for the freaking championship, and I don't blame him. If this was damn near anyone else, none of this would happen. He wouldn't be getting this star-studded treatment still. His tweets are being used on Raw. They're turning this into storyline. When was the last time you saw someone fail a goddamn drug test and turn it into a storyline?
All right, them still be the center of
In
attention
the
in a
best way
positive light.
possible. Like, they're like,
Yeah.
oh no, he made a mistake. Buck up, and he'll get him next time. I'm like, no, like it's a shame because I almost want someone even bigger than Roman, if that's possible, to get busted to see what happens. I really do, because if this happened, what happens to all the other drugs? Look what happened to Adam Rose. They knew he was on ADHD, and he still got suspended. Like, is that not a double standard? Like, what's going on? Why does
of course it
Roman
is.
Reigns
Totally.
get super treatment?
And you know what? Now that you mentioned that, I have a lay respect that moment because, it's a good point because, all right, as you mentioned, Roman Reigns is probably the biggest star, as far as I can remember. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, that's been suspended. Of course, Randy got suspended years ago, twice for different things early on in his career, for failing the wellness policy, whatever. Of course, as John mentioned, none of that was ever turned into storyline. Randy served his 30-day, his 60-day, or 90-day, whatever suspensions it was, and none of that was ever a storyline. And so, to me, it seems as you're almost, I don't care how they want to put it, you are rewarding Roman Reigns when you're saying, okay, you got suspended, oh, you made a mistake, but not only are we going to keep you in the main event at Battleground, but also we're going to continue to push your name on TV. We're going to continue to keep you in storylines. And it doesn't even make it better if this rumor is true that Vince wants to use this as Roman's redemption story. So what you're saying is you're going to further push this guy past the moon, if that's even freaking possible, into another galaxy after all this. After the suspension, you're going to continue to... And see, this to me, it just doesn't make sense. What in Vince's or anybody else's right mind and company officials think that going down this route is going to make fans love Roman Reigns even more? I'm just trying to figure out what in this scenario is going to make anybody that dislikes Roman Reigns all of a sudden flip a switch and say, oh, you know what? He's a sympathetic figure. He's paid his due. I'm going to cheer for him. You thought he's been getting his boozer bad? Wait till his music hits Washington, D.C. and near the end of this month at Battleground. Wait till his music hits. And you know what? We're going to take a video because we're going to be there live. There's going to be no filtering out of booze when they play it on Raw the next night and they're filtering and make it seem like he got cheered and everybody's clapping for him. No, we're going to have video because we're going to have evidence of this, of how bad he's going to get booed out of the building the second that his music plays, the instant that the dude's music plays. Look, I don't hate Roman Reigns. Okay, we've all talked about it on the show. We know where we all stand with Reigns, but the fact that he's constantly getting pushed down our throats, it's stuff like this doesn't help. Why are you rewarding the dude for making a mistake? And JR had mentioned online on I think on his blog that for those that think Roman Reigns is not getting punished, he's getting punished because he's going to be losing a couple of tens of thousands of dollars, whatever the case may be.
He's losing like a little bit over 100K during the time he's missing. So
okay, and then Jim Ross will say, "Oh, that's punishment enough." Look, I'm sure the dude's not strapped for money. I'm sure he's gonna come right back in, and he's gonna recoup that money in the next month. So, is it really a punishment that he's gonna be losing 100K? Because I'm sure he's not strapped for money, and as soon as he's come back, he's gonna keep making that money again. They're pushing him to the freaking galaxy. So, is it really a punishment? So he's getting to chill for 30 days. He's gonna come right back into the main event scene. When is this gonna happen for anybody else? I'm with you, John, man. I want to see if somebody else got suspended around Roman's stature or status. Yeah. If they got suspended, would they be doing the same thing for him?
I don't know, because I'm like, oh, Kevin, do you want to go?
No, I'm just saying, yeah, everything you said, Vandy, is just right on the money, dude.
It is.
Like, who else would get a push like this? I mean, the push he's already got him is ridiculous, but who else would still get a push like this after being suspended for failing the wellness policy test? It's unbelievable, and I just can't believe they're doing this, man. Like you said, I have nothing against Roman Reigns, but the fact that he's still being shoved down our throats after, failing this test, and nobody else in history has ever gotten a push like this, and like you were saying, John, it even being pushed into a storyline, and then you again saying, Vandy, that Vince wants this to be his redemption story is just baffling to me. I mean, we don't hate him, but we don't really like him that much at this point. But there's no way that, I can like him more just because he's going to become, coming back and just automatically push into the title picture. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It's right. And here's the fact of the matter is, like, imagine any professional athlete getting busted for using PEDs. Imagine LeBron James getting busted for using PEDs, and then got rewarded for it.
All right. You get a new Nike deal or something.
Exactly, man. Look at how other athletes are treated when they're involved in scandals or what have you. Let's look at what happened to Tiger Woods. He wasn't doing anything contrary to his sport. He was just messing around with a lot of women, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. He's a bad husband. That's all that means. He was a good golfer. Doesn't mean he's a bad golfer. His game isn't the same as it is, but we chastise people for going against the grain and what they're not supposed to do. In Roman Reigns' case, you get a 30-day break. You're losing a little bit of money, but you're our cup boy anyway, so you're gonna get it back.
Yeah, in no time.
And it's not even that. It's just everyone loves to hate Roman Reigns right now. If this were happening to anyone else, we would still be talking about it. If this happened to John Cena, I'd be upset, but I'd still be like, "What are you doing?" We'd be talking about it. It's just that it's almost like, are you serious, Roman? Really? Like,
really, bro?
You literally have the company's balls by the hand.
In a vice grip.
In a vice! They're screaming at the top of their lungs because you effed up. Like, that's
Seth Rollins said it best in his promo. He's like, Reigns is supposed to be, the example.
A role model.
Yeah, exactly. A role model in the WWE who everybody, all the children and whatnot are supposed to look up to. And, man's breaking the rules, but he's still being rewarded for it. I mean, how does that look?
How do you award bad behavior? It's like a kid breaks a window and you give him a Snickers bar. Like,
yeah,
fuck you, dog. Like, you serious? If I broke a window and got bought a PlayStation after that, dog, man,
We'd be breaking all the windows in the house.
Sure, man.
I'm like, are you serious? Like, first I would have got my ass whooped. Second, I would have got a lecture, maybe another ass whooping, and then they would have told me to go to my room and read a book. That's life. That's real life.
That's it.
Yep.
It's anyway. I'm done.
That's the thing, man. WWE, it's last point on that. WWE is just it's hypocritical, and it's not the first time things has happened like this in WWE. I mean, we've seen it before. I mean, this is probably to another magnitude, another level. Yeah. And again, like you said, when does bad behavior never rewarded. It's never. We're not saying that he doesn't deserve a second chance. Now, if he were fired, that's a different story. Then that's a different argument. He's suspended. He should pay his dues and have to climb his way back up.
Mhm.
But the fact that he still has his spot after breaking your company rule, and you're just gonna, in a sense, to kind of sweep it under the rug. Oh, we're gonna suspend you because we have to follow company policy. But don't worry, you're not gonna lose your spot. You're not gonna lose your status. You're gonna lose a couple of dollars, but you'll be all right. You're gonna be right there. We're still gonna promote you in our main event for the company's prized possession. By the way, anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
The business of wrestling today is the WWE Championship. A man who was busted for not passing the wellness policy gets a shot at the reason this business exists, or the epitome of the business, the championship. I don't even want that as a storyline. It's just no.
Right.
And anyway, I'm done harping on that.
We're done, Reigns.
I'm done. So next up, New Day and the Wyatt family have a super cool ass vignette thingy going on. I don't even call it a promo. And then they eventually go into a promo. New Day comes out and they're talking. Xavier's still doing the he's teasing dissension, and it sucks. And it's. I thought it was so well done. I was just like, man, like look at Kofi and Big E doing the New Day thing, and then Xavier's just like, listen, and he's being real, like that real grounded level of, do you actually realize what is at stake here? And just the way he did it, I was just like, yo, Xavier, man, like go ahead, we don't want the New Day to break up. No one wants the New Day to break up, but it's like, man, this is. I loved every second of it, and then with the Wyatts just still going with their thing, I thought that whole vignette shoot was just great. And then Bray Wyatt just, find me, join us, and it just like, is Xavier gonna join the Wyatt family?
Right.
Like, oh man, I don't know what's gonna happen, and it's not like it hasn't happened before. Like Braun joins, fucking Daniel Bryan had to join at one point. Like it's
true, man. This is one of the best storylines going on right now. I really love the chemistry between them. The Wyatts and the New Day. It's just awesome.
It's awesome. I love watching it. They aren't even fighting, and we care.
Right? They haven't even laid hands on one another.
Xavier, I saw on Cage Side Seats, I believe, what Xavier was able to do in his, like, let's say 30 seconds, put the Wyatt family over better than the last 2 years of WWE programming has. He's like the only one that's actually taking them seriously, and is actually scared to fuck with them, because in all honesty, if we saw some backwoods ass big ass dudes like them, we'd be hightailing it the other fucking way. And that's real. You see some guy with a beard down the fucking ears, like you're gonna be like, no,
like, nope, we out. Head the other way.
Exactly. We see in horror movies, get the fuck out of Dodge and go the other way.
Exactly.
Yep.
But this really is the most high-profile team that the New Day's faced. So it's exciting.
It's dope. I can't wait to see more of it. Let's see. Does do we want to do like any of the other little things about Raw, or just kind of the big points?
Excuse me.
That's one of the big points. So thank you for doing that. Vicky Guerrero returns to attempt to host SmackDown's COO of the brand, which this new terminology they were using. I think they started using it last week, maybe a week before that. I didn't catch on to it until Vicky actually said something. I was like, oh wow, she said COO. That's like Triple H's actual position. Well,
yeah, that's
TV
I was confused
position,
too.
I was like, so I guess they're just dropping the GM brand. I guess it's too many negative connotations with that. So it'll be interesting to see. But one thing I do want to say about this though, I don't know if these crowds have been just dead, or if it's just a sign of the times changing, because when Vicky's excuse me used to go on, people ravenous boos, man. She was pure heat. No one wanted to hear it. And it's weird. Like I was talking with Tatiana about it. I was like, I think this is like a sign of things changing because she left 3 years ago. It's not even that long. Like I've seen every Raw for the last 3 years. Like it was nothing. That's just daily programming for me now. And I'm like, do these fans not know who Vicky Guerrero is? These boos should be much louder. And I'm like, I don't know if they're cheering or you get some boos. You get the smart fans who know, but it's almost like a lot of the fan base nowadays are like people who weren't watching WWE 3 years ago. They might have started watching this year, maybe even last year. They have no concept of who Vicky Guerrero was yet. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm like, she definitely got the best, other than Teddy, she got the best pop of the general managers. So that was pretty cool to see, and I was happy about that. Like I said, I was waiting for her to come back like the day before draft day to make it like fun. Now it's like, all right, where do you go from here? You know, so that's my thinking anyway, because I thought she was the climax of this whole, hey, who's coming back? Who's coming back? Like unless the climax is AJ Lee, but that ain't fucking happening.
Yeah, hell no.
Or Mick Foley. Mick Foley would be good. Commish of one of the shows or both shows. That'd be cool.
That would be.
And William Regal, he comes up for it again, and Tajiri comes out of the Cruiserweight Classic to help him.
Oh, good, like old times.
Oh, like old times. Let's see. Next important thing on Raw, John Cena comes out, USA, you know, doing his thing. Before, this wasn't on Raw. Did y'all see the Cena like patriotic video, like the average American?
I saw the video on Bleacher Report, but I didn't open it yet. But I saw and meant to click to it, but okay. I heard it's pretty good.
As soon as I saw Cena's name, I just dismissed it.
I know. Anyway, Tatiana told me about it yesterday before Raw. Then I went and watched it and was like, yo, that was actually pretty good. Like, it pretty much, you guys can go see it for yourselves. I don't want to talk at length about it here, but it's pretty much just every American's different. What's the average American? 51% of America is female, so you're already wrong if you thought it was a guy. And, you know, it just kind of keeps going down that rabbit hole. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, you know. And, you know, he's not in WWE character or anything. He's just American talking to Americans.
He doesn't have a fruity shirt on in the video.
He has like a blue shirt on. I don't know what it says. I don't know if I paid attention to that. It might have just been like a plain blue shirt, but yeah. It's like, yeah, I forget what the last like lining words were, but it's like love has no face or something like that. You know, good message. But yeah, Cena comes out, addresses the WWE universe. He cuts his promo. And then the club interferes, and they heel it out, and they're like, all right, Carl Anderson, what are you gonna do?
I really enjoyed this.
It was funny. He's like, I'm gonna blah 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 blah, and then beat him John Cena. Yeah. Same with Gallows, and then same with AJ Styles, and then they're all just like, all right, down to the ring, and just kick John Cena's ass. And then,
I loved it.
And then they're just going on him. AJ's promo work's been really good, man, and I know he's like starting to really hit that he's like really gotten into his own groove, and he's now starting to use like slide. He knows a lot of his fan base is the internet, and now he's using like, you can go ahead and get that shovel and try to bury me, and I'm like, oh shit, look at AJ, and everyone a little bit of pop was in the crowd. I'm like, those are smart marks. They're the ones who knew who Vicky fucking was, you know?
Yeah.
And then he's like, because of who you are, John, no one's gonna come help you. No one wants to come help you.
Which no one should have.
Anyway, Cena gets his ass whooped for like, I don't know, 30 seconds or whatever, and then Enzo and Cass save the day, and you know they come up, fight their equivalent, and then Cena wakes up miraculously,
right,
and it drives them all off, and then last thing, Big Cass, big boots, Gallows out of the ring. Cena grabs both their hands, raises them high. Why did Enzo and Cass have to save Cena? Just let him take the ass whooping. It would have been all good, but nope. I actually like Enzo and Cass. I can't. When someone helps John Cena, I dislike him a little bit, you know, that much more. I lose a little respect for him, you know. When their music hit, I was so disappointed. The least to say, I wasn't expecting them. I was pretty sure like the Usos were gonna come help Cena because it helped him before. And
But, yeah, the Usos, I don't care about the Usos, so that would have been fine.
yeah,
But the
but I
team I
don't.
actually like.
But I didn't want the Usos to come out. They were like the last people I wanted to come out, and I was like, no one's cheering anything, which means they don't know. Because if they know, they know, and they'll cheer it. But I'm like, who's gonna come save Cena? Like some guy returning? Like maybe Randy? This would be cool. It's not gonna be Randy, of course it won't. But I'm like, who wants to save Cena? Enzo Cass? Okay. So my thinking is, well, if you're associated with Cena, you're probably really good in more than one way. Like you wouldn't be feuding with him or tagging alongside him if they didn't see something in you. So, and for the longest time, and before the Usos got god awfully annoying, they were probably WWE's best tag team. They're definitely their best pure tag team. There's actually only two dudes, So, and then they won. They put on hella good matches. It's boring. Well, a fuck ton of super kicks, but pretty good matches.
Countless.
Yeah. I hate what the world has done to the super kick. Anyway, Enzo Cass, standing tall at the end of that segment. Main event of the night is the 16-man elimination. Snooze fest. Notable spot: Kevin Owens pop-up powerbomb to Mark Henry.
That was dope. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see that coming at all. I'm surprised he was able to do it. Mark Henry's a big dude.
Fuck yeah!
He did it with relative ease. I was impressed.
Whenever you see anyone try to manhandle Mark Henry, it's wow. I remember the first time like in 02, 03 when Brock picked him up for an F5 and that exploded my mind. I was like, what? Someone can pick him up? Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. It was, man. Anyway, that's not impressive because
It was.
I didn't see that shit coming.
Not at all. That's why he's the man. Soon to be, one day, he'll have this belt or some variation of it.
You will. And the winner of this match doesn't even matter because there were no stakes in this match, so I won't include it. That was Raw. I heard the dark match was Cena, Enzo, and Cass versus the Club, which makes no fucking sense because that's the pay-per-view. Like, why? Right. Okay, you announce it tonight, and then you give it to us the same night. It is WWE logic.
Yeah.
So, it's I don't know.
Nothing more you can really say. It's just WWE logic.
I was just like, get the fuck out of here! What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we haven't seen that match before. Hasn't happened, I don't think. It's gonna be for the pay-per-view Battleground, which is cool. We get to see it. I'm gonna be split. When John Cena's in, I'll be booing. When Enzo and Cass are in, I'll be cheering. But
I'm sure you'll hear the crowd doing the same thing. So we'll see. But I don't know.
Well, this one we could be assured that Cena would not be getting the most boos.
Second most.
Second most.
I'm almost kind of interested to see how we're gonna take Roman. It's not like
he's gonna get booed like a motherfucker. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, to me, especially with this whole situation, you just can't. I mean, to me, it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. To me, his boos are going to be at an all-time high, especially because this would be his first outing in the WWE ring since the suspension. So to me, he's not going to be received well. I'll be shocked if it's a pro. I'd be shocked if it's a mixed reaction. It should be a pro-boo Roman crowd. It should not be any type of mixed reaction at all.
I'll be disappointed in DC if it is.
Oh, yeah.
Really disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing. I might reserve my judgment until after I hear that initial crash. Because there's going to be a crash of yay or boo. It's either or. I don't think you're going to get the mixed reaction. But what WWE is doing is they're really telling the story as if Roman's the good guy here. He didn't. Right. It's like they're telling it like he didn't do anything wrong, and then with Rollins just harping on it every single week, they're trying to get the crowd to boo Rollins, which we won't do. I'll cheer his ass. I'll cheer my ass off.
It's not working. It's not working.
No, in DC we're smarter than that. We'll know to cheer Rollins. Dean's gonna get big cheers.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: Seth's gonna come out first, get cheered. Roman's gonna come out second and get thunderous something.
Thunderous booze.
Something. I think it's going to be booze because it's cheer, boo, cheer. You can't cheer, cheer, cheer. That doesn't happen. Someone has to play the designated heel. It's not Seth.
It's not. It's definitely not Dean, so yeah, who else
Vince
is
McMahon sees heel under Seth's name, but he's not heel. He's
not,
he's
dude.
too good. Like,
I mean, listen, the WWE, they don't give us a reason to really hate Seth Rollins. You know, he's speaking the truth out there, like we were saying. They're giving us plenty of reasons to hate Roman Reigns. And Reigns is giving us reasons to hate him as well, so I think it's going to be a boo fest out there.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. I kind of can't wait.
Yeah, I know, right? It better be, really.
Yeah. Now I'm like, we'll see what happens, but I actually wouldn't be surprised if we get some cheers for Roman. So we'll see.
I mean,
the girls,
yeah, he'll get
the
some
ladies
cheers here and there, but other than that, I mean, overall, it should just be a resounding him just getting booed out of the building, out of Washington D.C., out of the DMV to wherever they go next.
Mm-hmm. Not gonna happen though.
Same thing the next night on Raw. I expect a ton of boos to follow whenever he comes out and cuts his promo.
No, when he's on Raw, they'll definitely boo. Pay-per-view crowds. Going back to what I was saying earlier about the times changing on the crowds, pay-per-view crowds are still smart. Like I don't think there's been one dumb crowd this year or a dead crowd this year. I'm not saying there haven't been, but if you pay to go to a pay-per-view, it's usually more expensive than a Raw.
Yeah.
It's always more
Oh,
expensive.
yeah, 100% of the time.
But it's, you're I don't want to say you're typically a smart mark, but you know the business if you're going to a pay-per-view as opposed to, oh, hey, Raw's coming, let's go see Raw.
Yeah.
It's so.
To the point.
And then, by association, and here's the thing, I can almost guarantee everyone's going to do this. When Roman's music hits, damn it, everyone's going to, they're going to wait. No, they're going to wait because it's association. We're all kind of gauging. If Roman, I think, might work like a live show or two that Saturday or maybe even that Sunday before the pay-per-view. I wouldn't be surprised. But we're the first televised anything he's going to get. So, and I think people know that. So, we can set a precedent.
Oh, best believe.
I'm not saying I don't want to boo him.
I will.
I don't care what the fans do. I'm booing him no matter what.
I'm booing him.
We'll see what happens. So.
Home dude ain't gonna sit here and get rewarded. I'm not gonna be part of this rewarder system by cheering him for coming back.
Oh, I didn't say I was gonna cheer him.
Match.
I didn't say I was gonna.
Yeah, no, I know you won't, but
I want to remain impartial. until because here's the thing: if it's booze, then I'm gonna boo my ass off. Let's get this louder, and then jump on one of the live casts after like PW Torch or Taz show if he's doing a live one after it, whatever. And just be like, all right, I don't know if WWE edited the cheers or not, but they are booing, and I mean like booing, like don't let them fool
we'll
you.
know. We'll know for sure.
Yeah, no, because like they were saying at Mania, like. It was so overwhelming you couldn't even hear yourself think. They were booing so loud.
Deafening boos, right?
Can you imagine getting booed so hard that the entire building just can't hear?
I'm imagining that at Battleground.
Not even a good type of boo. Not the boo as in, oh, I play my heel role so well. They're booing me. No, it's the boo as, bruh, we don't want you here type of boos.
Because this match is going to be a little longer. I definitely think we're going to get at least 17 minutes out of it, maybe even 20, maybe 25.
I hope at least 20.
Oh, no. I want the longer match. The longer the match, the more the crowd's going to sway. And, we're gonna get let's go Rollins, let's go Ambrose. That's going to happen. I'm scared if we're not scared. I'm interested to see if we'll get to the bad Roman chants well, I will never cheer that.
Yeah, that's
that because it's just untrue. That's just untrue.
Yeah.
But fuck you, Roman. I'm scared we might get that tonight or that night.
I'll participate.
I almost don't want that chance to happen because that's die Roman die. I don't want to hear that either. That's on someone's life. Like
up, a little too far.
It's way too far. You shouldn't be like die Roman die. Like, okay, we don't like you as a wrestler, but I also wouldn't be surprised if we hear go away. Go away. That is the absolute worst. And if you get that from a smart DC crowd and a good DC crowd at that. And the Verizon Center is a good building. It's loud in there, man. And I'm not saying it's one of the better arenas, but when it's loud, you know it's loud. You watch any Washington DC MCI Center, Verizon Center, pay-per-view or Raw or SmackDown event, they're loud. You can hear it. Go back to Capital Punishment, watch Cena versus R-Truth, and hear how loud they are for Cena. Because that was a pro Cena crowd, and I know. So,
Terrible. What an awful crowd. See, that's why I'm concerned. They're just, the crowd is not going to be that great because they supported John Cena. So
that was 2011, Vandy.
Yeah, I think so.
2012?
2011, yeah.
Kevin.
well, I hope they've evolved since then.
Well, yeah. So we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
But come on now, like you're gonna pick R-Truth over Cena in a championship?
Yeah, K Quick, dog.
Get rowdy.
I mean, yeah. In all honesty, yes, I would pick R-Truth over John Cena. I'm not even joking.
I sure did that one.
Yeah, my man,
I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but I wanted my man R-Truth to just hold the gold, even if it was for one night. I just wanted that.
But John Cena had to whip out the shovel, just like he always does.
Wrong. A child threw soda in R-Truth's face, and that's why he lost. Like, come on. It wasn't Cena. It was the child who R-Truth was messing with, because I don't know if he was fucking with Little Jimmy or some shit like that. It doesn't matter to me. But
Little Jimmy.
Little Jimmy, you gonna get got. Is there anything else? Anything else we want to talk about?
I think we hit it all right. We talked about the dark match.
Mm-hmm.
So Jerry might end up getting a contract to stick around with the WWE after the Cruiserweight Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Who was?
Tajiri.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Nice. I like it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We see some Poison Mist and some buzzsaw kicks.
It's been a while.
It has been a
Green
while.
Mist.
Green. Tensai did the Green Mist. You remember that?
Yep.
I love the Green Mist, though. That's one of my favorite moves, and it doesn't get used enough. But yeah, I think that's it. That's our show this week. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know what you guys thought of Monday Night Raw. Let us know what suggestions you guys have for our upcoming
Or top 10 lists.
Top 10 lists, Cena debate, anything else you guys might want us to hear us talk about. Just let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, if you think Cena sucks, write it in the comments below. I'll give it a like. I'll shout you out in the next show, no doubt.
Speaking of shout out to my man J Rad, faithful watcher of the show. We appreciate it, man, and we appreciate the compliments and the feedback. We hope to continue to bring out the good stuff for you, man. Appreciate you.
And I appreciate the fact that you don't like John Cena. I love it.
Anyway, going back to Twitter, Easy E the Talent, Liz, who's doing our theme song, that's her Twitter handle. You guys can go ahead and follow her there. She's one of the better writers for ProWrestlingVoice.com. So go ahead and check that out. Check her out. Yeah. You can find us on iTunes by searching Pro Wrestling Voice Radio. We're on the Spreaker app by searching Pro Wrestling Voice Podcast, and on YouTube, of course, youtube.com/Pro Wrestling Voice. I'm your host, John Lucas, alongside my co-host, Fanny Bernard.
Y'all be easy now. That's the best thing I can come up with this week.
Kevin Ortiz, always a pleasure to have you on, man.
You will address me as the champ. Not really, though.
I will address you as the transitional champion until I get my championship back.
Whoa. The champ's right here. The people's champ. Alright? We already know who it is. It's right here, your boy, VIP, Mr. Vandalizer, Mr. Van Master, okay? Come Battleground. I'm winning the title, alright? And I hope, John, I hope you enjoyed your reign. Kev, I hope you enjoy it for the next few weeks that you have it. Because once I get that title, I plan on having one of those Bruno Sammartino reigns.
Hey, you can be the people's champ.
Long time.
You're the people's champ, but I'm the PWV champ. And I plan on being that until, I don't know, forever, I guess. I don't plan on giving you this belt ever back, John. Sorry. It just looks too nice with me, honestly. Look at this. This looks perfect.
I mean, it looks all right, but it would look so much better around the waist of an actual champion. So you don't have to learn to become a champion. You're already born a champion.
Alright, look at here now. Listen, son. No, I wasn't about it. Like, should I cut a Bray Wyatt promo? No, because I can. That'll be fun. You can call yourself a champion all you want, and that's fine and dandy, and it's cool. You know, you can talk big.
Oh, yeah, all fine and dandy.
You talk big. We're gonna kill you in bowling this week for your birthday weekend. But the fact of the matter is, you haven't held that championship, so you can't call yourself the champion. I am the inaugural Pro Wrestling Voice champion. Kevin is the current Pro Wrestling Voice champion. And again, he's the interim champion until I have my championship back.
I'm the permanent champion.
You're not the permanent
right
champion.
wording
You will never be the permanent champion. It's just not gonna happen.
Great promo, sir. I'll give you that.
That was pretty cool. I liked it.
Nice. That was nice. I can't come back at that. I haven't held the title yet. I haven't. Very true.
You haven't, and you will never.
Whoa. Pause right there. All right. Pause right there. All right. Enjoy your reign.
Oh, I'm enjoying it.
Oh, yeah. Live it up, because by the end of this month, after Battleground, man, you will have had your last reign as champion. You will never be able to call yourself champ ever again. Because after Battleground, I'm going to give to everybody what they so desperately want. I'm going to give to everybody the gift of Andy. Drink it in.
Drink it in, man.
That was good. And we'll end it right there. We won't throw the book at you. Until next time.